Welcome to TETSUNAGI. My name is Tetsu Young. Now, does anybody know what TETSUNAGI actually means? Yes, it is a play on my first name, Tetsu. And it also contains the word unagi, which is actually eel in Japanese. And we all love eel, right? But did you know that the whole word Tetsunagi means hand-holding? Te in Japanese means hand, and tsunagi means to connect. So together it means hand-holding. Now, having lived in Canada, Japan, and Taiwan at different stages in my life, I have developed very strong multilingual and multicultural skills, which have allowed me to hold the figurative hands of people around me to help them achieve what they want to do. From making my Japanese grandmother feel safe and understood when I took her to the clinic here in Canada, to managing global teams at my previous companies in Japan, the languages are the key asset that I rely on to get things done. So from early on in my life, I knew that using my cultural linguistic skills to connect and to help people is what I was put on this planet to do. But at the same time, I also thought or hypothesized that if I combine my languages with specialized knowledge, that would probably create a tremendous synergy and give my career a great boost. And that is why I did a doctorate and postdoctorate training in cellular and molecular biology. And I also did an MBA in finance and international management. And just as I had thought, this combination really supercharged my entrance into the workforce back in the day in Japan. So in my first real job, which was at Eisai, which was the fourth largest pharmaceutical company, Japanese pharmaceutical company at the time. And I worked directly under the chief scientific officer in the highest department in the company, which was aptly called the CEO office. My first assignment was to assist the CSO in overseeing the whole Eisai portfolio. And this meant talking to project managers from around the world. And then on a weekly basis, I would write reports on everything that was in the pipeline. So this meant assessing projects in the very, very early discovery phases, all the way through the 3 clinical phases, and even into the post-marketing studies. Now, I consider myself extremely blessed to have had the opportunity to experience and learn so much right at the beginning of my career, which then greatly contributed to the following 20 years in the industry. And I truly believe that I was hired for that job because that CSO appreciated my ability to clearly communicate about complex scientific and business topics in both Japanese and in English. And to this day, I still firmly believe that this combination of cultural linguistic skills and scientific business know-how is what enabled me over the past 20 plus years in this line of work to bring Japanese and global members together by, again, holding their figurative hands in order to get everyone on board and aligned to work toward a common goal. Now I want to help you navigate the complex yet fascinating Japanese business landscape by holding your hands. So let me take a moment here to give you more specifics about the services that TETSUNAGI offers, which are 1. Expert interpretation, 2. Liaison, 3. Project management, and 4. Custom services. So the first one, expert interpretation. I mean, this is rather straightforward. I basically sit between you and your counterparts in Japan, and I make sure that the communication is relayed correctly in both directions, from English to Japanese and Japanese to English. Now, my added value that I bring to the table here is over conventional interpreters is, of course, the in-depth knowledge of the pharmaceutical industry in Japan and the overall business environment. But next, going beyond interpretation, we have the liaison services, which involve a deeper commitment to the project contents over an extended period of time, whether it's weeks, months, or maybe even years. So unlike interpretation, my role here is not to translate everything word for word or every sentence, but to manage the communication more comprehensively, and this could include a written form also, like emails. My familiarity of the project contents also allow me to ensure a continuous mutual understanding by both parties by filling in knowledge gaps as we go as the project progresses. And the next step up is project management. So now, instead of being the liaison between your project manager and the Japanese counterpart, I basically run the project on your behalf in direct interaction with the Japanese counterparts. Now, with the full knowledge of your project, the Japanese culture and business environment, and zero language barrier, now I can speed up your project in Japan and hit every key milestone with no surprises. And finally, let's move to the fourth and final category, and that is the almighty custom services. It's all about flexibility. So just let me know your needs, your pain points, your budget, your operational restrictions, etc. And then we can sit down, take some time to design a custom scheme that suits your circumstances. Because as of the end of 2023, Tetsunagi is still a very nimble operation, so I have a lot of leeway and flexibility in terms of working styles, hours, payment schemes, etc. And I can work online, travel to your area, go to Japan or any other country for that matter. All my contact info is in the description, so why don't you DM me on LinkedIn, shoot me an email, or maybe simply just give me a call. And we can take some time, go over your needs, and find out how Tetsunagi can meet your needs. It's free, so you really have nothing to lose. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I wish you best of luck with all your projects.